Hola, this is Carol from Pandaily, and in my hand is probably a smartphone that you've never seen before. It is the Nut R1 by Smartisan Technology. And now Smartisan stands for Smart and Artisan. But will they really be able to deliver artisanship in the smartphone era? Well, wait and see. Now, in terms of outer appearances, its size is quite comparable to the recently released OnePlus 6. And it's very comfortable to hold in hand as well, really light at only 170 grams. Now, Smartisan has always kept their straight edge design from the very first Smartisan T1 to the now Nut R1. Does that remind you a little bit of this, the iPhone 5S? Perhaps this is all an ode to Steve Jobs? And it is very worth mentioning that they're perhaps the only company to put a logo on the fingerprint unlock button at the back. Now, the unlock speed is crazy fast, and it gives the back a very clean and beautiful design. So this is definitely a plus. As you can see, there's also this shiny gold or rose gold line that's encircling the entire phone and all around the logo as well, giving the phone a very sleek and high-end vibe. In the front is a 6.17-inch screen. It is in-cell Full HD with a resolution of 1080 x 2242 and a PPI of 403. Now the front looks extra clean when the screen is off because all sensors, even the earpiece, have been hidden. They're actually right here, but you can barely notice it. But when you turn the screen on, the bezel on top and bottom is way thicker than what I can accept at this day and age. And on the side, there are these very unconventional and circular buttons. They look cool and all, but it turns out I have to really bend over and use the tip of my fingers to press on these buttons for them to work. They're probably better if you're left-handed. But maybe it is these unconventional design and thinking that has won Smartisan and its founder a lot of die-hard fans. In terms of configurations, the Nut R1 runs on Snapdragon 845, and it runs on crazy speed. And in terms of storage, now that's where it gets interesting. It starts at 64 gigabyte and it runs all the way to 1 terabyte. I know, that's crazy. And apparently, Smartisan says that 1 terabyte storage is actually equivalent to 16 iPhone Xs. But I mean, who's ever going to need 1 terabyte of storage? But on a happier note, in terms of cameras, it has a 12MP and 20MP dual lens at the back, equipped with the Sony IMX363 sensor. In the front is a 24MP camera with lots of built-in AI features. And here are a couple photos we took with the R1 and the OnePlus 6 for comparison. As you can see, the photo taken by the R1 shows more saturation and contrast. After enlarging it too, there are more details captured. Again, the R1 does a better treatment of the details even under low light conditions. So we can see that the camera on this phone really outshines many cameras from similar priced phones. And like all the phones we've covered so far, this is also an Android with its own operating system, and this one is called Smartisan OS. Now, what's so great about it is it's got a really clean look, and also it's got a lot of unique features. Once you get the hang of it, these unique features can really help you boost your efficiency. Take the text editor function, Big Bang, for example. A hard press with a thumb can cause the text to explode like a big bang, and you can copy, edit, or send these texts, or simply check the dictionary. Or there's One Step, a tool that allows you to complete many complicated jobs in just, well, one step, such as switching between multiple apps, copying and paste from one app to another, and so much more. And there's also Idea Pill, which allows you to record any thoughts on the go and do all sorts of stuff with it. The problem though, it doesn't seem to recognize English just yet. At 10 a.m. So as you can see, the Smartisan OS is far from perfect. And there is this really weird display of English going on in WeChat where there's a mix of Chinese punctuations in English. And also in terms of the quick access menu, once you pull it down, you see that there are some names that couldn't even be fitted when they're in English. And there are just way too many choices. But I still like the layout a bit better than Apple's. And you know what? All of this do make sense because Smartisan is actually still trying to conquer just the Chinese market. Now, let me introduce you to the most exciting and most interesting feature I've ever seen on any smartphone, and I'm not even exaggerating. Now, right here, there's this button that says Fake Call. And you guessed it, in around 1 minute after you press this button, there will be a call that comes in. And the caller display will show John Doe. And the message goes,
喂，刚才老板找你，你赶紧去找一下他吧。
And this is basically the perfect trick to get out of an awkward conversation or a sticky situation. Unless you're with your boss, of course. Now, this is the part that you've all been waiting for because I know you're very curious about the price, especially for the 1 terabyte version. Well, for the 64 gigabyte version, it starts at $513, but it goes all the way to $1,297 for the 1 terabyte version. What do you guys think? In conclusion, for a mid to higher price range phone, this is not bad at all. There are some features that I really loved, and I can see these Chinese users really liking them too. But I think it's still got a lot of work to do if it ever wants to conquer the international stage. Again, this is Kara from Pandaily, and if you like our videos, please like, comment, and subscribe. Now, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao!